Age of Ascent is handling literally an entire universe of state. There's lots of things going on here, all different players doing different things. It's pretty hard to manage. And a good microservice will encapsulate their own state. But traditionally, that's involved pushing state to an external store. And that adds complexity, and then it can become a bottleneck. Service Fabric makes that management of state more natural by letting it live side by side with the code. So it's more like traditional object-oriented design, except it's scaled to the cloud. So for example, if I go here into the Trade and Industry Service, this is some real code here. We can see how Age of Ascent is using these queue and dictionaries, but they are reliable queue and reliable dictionary to go and let players manage and upgrade their weapons. Now, scale this to millions of people doing it all at the same time, and it becomes an interesting problem. When I go and commit this transaction, the state change is going to be automatically replicated across the cluster, and it's going to scale automatically, and it's going to make it resilient to machine failures. Now, remember before, speaking of failures, that I said each service rolls up and reports its health. You get to decide what a healthy application is. And you see all these ships flying around. Those are all training drones. Each one of those is one of these microservices out there thinking and working. And those training drones, and the service reports its health up to Service Fabric via this health monitor. So we've decided what a healthy drone is. Now let's take a look at the training drones service. This might seem impossibly small, but basically it handles the creation of these little AI ships that are all flying around, and they'll shoot at me if I shoot at them. This code manages their creation and their behavior of the actual drones that I'm seeing in the game right now. But Service Fabric makes it easy not just to upgrade the app, but to upgrade individual services without downtime. Downtime's a problem in a multiplayer game like this. So I'm going to make a little tweak to Age of Ascent so that I can defeat the evil Guthrie, Nadella, Xander, Meyerson, because I don't like how hard the game is. They've stacked it against me. I'm going to make them weaker. Here we see the starting health is 100. Clearly, we'll just make that 0. Now, there are runtime checks that are happening constantly, health checks, when I go and upgrade the service, so I don't have to really worry about making a change like this. Now, I can test my updates locally with my own local instance of Service Fabric, but I don't always test my code. And when I do test my code, I test it in production. So, thank you. So I'm going to go into Visual Studio, and I'm going to hit Publish, and we're going to go and publish this to the cloud, and we're going to make our drones a little bit easier to beat. Now, on the left-hand side, we've got the Service Fabric. On the right-hand side, we've got the game. Now, you notice it just popped. It just said upgrading, see? And this just clicked. So I can hit upgrade. And the upgrade is going to get staged across 5 upgrade domains. So at most, 20% of the machines will see the new behavior at first. Okay? So I can go and fly around. I'm still in the game. Guthrie told me to take out Satya, and I have not been able to find him. The game is upgrading, and the change code gets rolled out to those machines, domain by domain, and the health checks are being run in order to determine if Service Fabric should continue upgrading or whether it should roll back. So everything looks to be working. Oh, crap. So everyone is blowing up and spawning and then dying instantly. I should have made their health 1. The classic massively multiplayer off by 1 error. Sorry, awkward. So that issue has been detected, though, but look right there, it says upgrade state. Rolling back is happening in progress. Only 20% of the drones exploded, and the game has now healed. I never stopped playing. Oh, Googs just went by again. He's just in my face. How did Service Fabric know that was a bad upgrade? Because the Age of Ascent code told us. That health monitor looks for drones that were killed without taking fire, and then when I triggered that, when I set the spawn health to 0. Now, the universe can't stop due to a bad upgrade or a lousy developer, and Service Fabric makes sure that it doesn't. It's all running on ASP.NET Core in Azure. So what have we seen? Right? We've seen how partners like Age of Ascent can create these compelling multiplayer